Unicus spruce top, Bastogne walnut back and sides, black walnut strip down the middle, black walnut neck, and then a flamed maple fingerboard. So this is kind of a mixture of American and Canadian woods. Mostly West Coast. The one thing is it is all West Coast. So I think Rhino will appreciate that he also lives on the West Coast as well. So this is a West Coast guitar, a Cascadia guitar. So I hope it serves him well. But right now, I'm just going to turn this off. I don't need to take out any more dents. I'm probably going to have to sand that one out. Sometimes you just got to sand it out. Sometimes you just got to sand that out. So, yeah, I got a lot of things. There's 3 more guitar models I want to make. I want to do a kind of heavy metal shredder guitar called the Destroyer. And then I want to do kind of more of kind of a modern Gibson kind of style, like kind of Les Paul-y, but just more modern. It's hard to explain. I'll show you. It'll make sense once you see it. It'll just be more slick, lighter, and just less cumbersome. And it'll be like just a modern guitar. Very modern. Not too close. No, when I say Les Paul, I just mean, or Gibson style, I just mean it will have a tilted neck, a Tune-o-matic bridge. It'll have more of the Gibson hardware as opposed to the Fender hardware. Most of the time I'm doing Fender style hardware, Fender style scale lengths. So I have another one that's going to be, I think it'll be about 25. It's not going to be the Gibson scale length. I'm just going to do 25-inch scale length, 24 frets. I might still do 25 and a half, but I'm going to do 24 frets. I'm going to make it really good fret access, nice and light, and put a fancy bridge on it. It will be modern. The Fender stuff does make a lot of sense. There's a lot of things that I don't like about Gibson. That's like when I say it'll be like a modern Gibson, it won't be like a Gibson at all. That's kind of the problem with Gibson. It's what makes it unique, and what people like about it is that it's very classic. But there's a lot of things about it, about some Gibson models that, they could do with being updated a little bit, or fixed. My headstocks won't break, guaranteed. Things like that, But I do definitely fall into more of the Fender side of things. Definitely with my Big River, which is a Tele. The Roya is just more of a super strat. I don't know if it falls into. It doesn't look like a Fender strat. It's just kind of. I always say it's. My Roya is kind of, I don't know. It's got a bit of PRS vibes. It's got Fender vibes and Ibanez, and it's kind of the neck. What I always say about the neck on this one is that it's basically if Ibanez made a Fender, that's what this one would be. That's how I look at this. Is is if Ibanez made a Fender Strat. That's what it would be, especially the neck. The neck is in a lot of ways Fender-esque, but the carve, I don't know. It's hard to explain. But it's a Hank Butt. The Hank Butt is what it is. This one, I feel really good about as an instrument. It's solid. I like the shape of it. I'm really happy with the shape. It's kind of retro, but also modern. You know, like it's not directly biting off anybody. Though I get, like it, I don't know. It does. People are like, it does have PRS vibes, but that's not what influenced it at all. I was kind of influenced more, like I said, Ibanez to a certain degree, and Barlow guitars. Even though his stuff is really ridiculous, I was really into the bevel. If you guys are wondering where I got the bevel idea, it's Barlow guitars. Good artist copy, great artist steal. I didn't rip off his designs. His designs are crazy. In fact, I toned them down. If you ever see Barlow guitars, they are insane. He always has such beautiful wood, though. But there's just so many different things one can do and explore. Like what Bumstead was saying at the start of the stream, I was asking him about his Pinecasters he's making. He's like, I have 6 ideas and 4 guitars to build, and it's true. That's kind of how it goes, you know. I got a lot of ideas as well. Hopefully I can get them all done within a reasonable time frame. But the nice thing is that my 2 models are done. So I have 2 that are like basically done, you know? So I don't have to, I'm kind of out of the prototyping phase. I really enjoy prototyping. I like to just work something until it's all the little kinks are worked out. I really like prototyping. It's one of my jams. I like coming up with a concept, drawing it out, and then building it and then improving on that build. I always like improving on things. I just find a piece of plastic. I need to fill a few little scrapes here and there. One of the things that happened with this top, when I put the binding on, I taped the binding on, and when I pulled the tape off, the tape actually pulled a little bit of wood, pulled a few shards out, and left some little scratches in there that I'm just going to fill with just a little bit of CA, just so there's no weak points. Just little things like that. I left it, like I said, this was a prototype. Speaking of prototypes, this was a prototype for a tenor guitar, and it just didn't quite work out. I don't know. I think it was more of my string gauges than the scale length, but I did an interesting scale length. I did 21 and a half, which is more in the baritone, but it was also, that's the scale length of Irish banjos. So it's always kind of interesting working on something like that. There was really no model. Like, I had an Irish banjo, but there was no model I could work off of. And that's what happens a lot when you're doing kind of niche things. And so I was trying to find, is like, does anybody build modern tenor guitars? And I found Kala, which is a very big ukulele company. Kala is based in Hawaii. They make really nice ukuleles at a very good price point, which is also another reason why I stopped building ukuleles, or stopped pursuing ukuleles as a custom instrument. I still liked building ukuleles, but the thing is, you can actually get a really nice ukulele for about between $400 and $1,000. If you want a really nice ukulele, you can get a really good ukulele for about $1,000. You cannot get you can get a decent, like a pretty good guitar for $1,000, like acoustic guitar. Custom acoustics start at around 3,000 and up. They can go up quite a bit. But the thing with ukuleles is that you can actually get a pretty good ukulele for pretty reasonable. You can get a really nice Kala for about $400, and it's a very good instrument. You know, so hey, Mr. Blackstone, how are you doing? Anyway, I remember a luthier saying that that they don't build ukuleles anymore because they spend almost as much time as building a custom acoustic, but they can't sell it for as much, you know. So that's why you don't see a whole lot of custom ukuleles. There are some builders who do custom ukuleles, but there's not a whole lot of people who do. And that's why it was kind of weird. Like, I don't know why I decided to do custom art ukuleles. I had this idea when I started, one that I really liked, just building ukuleles, but it was also, it's like I was doing more niche. I was like, what's nobody doing? And it's like, well, nobody's making art ukuleles. Maybe there's a reason why. Anyway, you guys, on that giveaway, whomever wins that ukulele is going to get a really nice art piece. A real nice art piece. And so far this year, so I've been streaming for 20 months. 20 months. I've done a lot of giveaways. I've given away, this will be my 7th ukulele giveaway. Something like that. Just giving away a lot of stuff. But most of this stuff has been prototypes. Just stuff that I've been working on, and you know, just something I wanted to try. And so a lot of the people who have either bought my instruments or won them, you're getting like the first run of things Whether I become a luthier of renown or not, who knows about those things? I don't know how much control one really has over those things, how history treats you. I think luthiers of renown are usually just individuals who grinded for many years and put out hundreds of instruments, and then became valuable after they died because they made them good enough that they survived. You know, I think that's the main thing: is be prolific and quality stuff, so that at least people can still use it after you're gone. But Mr. Blackstone, what do you stream, Mr. Blackstone? I don't know if I'm familiar with it, but it seems like others are. Anyway, it's nice to know that so far, regardless of everything, my instruments are all over the world at this point. There's one of my instruments in New Zealand, in Ireland, in Spain, in Colombia, Canada, various parts of the United States. You know? Yeah. If anybody ever wants a certificate, I will get those up. I'm going to actually, once I'm all up and branded, Willie, I am going to do proper certification. So everyone who did receive one of my instruments in the giveaways, I can send them certificates of authenticity. I highly recommend auctioning off my instruments for millions of dollars. Like, if you can do it, do it. Don't keep it for sentimental value. I'm saying, if you can sell any of my instruments that you guys want, if you can sell it and buy a house, do it. Do it. I want you to have the house more than I want you to have my ukuleles. I'm just saying. Don't worry about it. I won't be offended. Soon. Yeah, soon, Willie. Don't worry. Soon. Willie got the Pank guitar that we kind of raffled off for the World Central Kitchen. Was the first time I ever did a charity fundraiser on the stream. So that's what's kind of unique. I had never given away. You already got the house. Keep the guitar. Okay. You got everything, Willie. You got the koi fish pond. You got everything. You're set. You got your mellows and your Hank Bud. That Pank guitar was the first time I gave away an electric guitar. That one was just a fun guitar I made because I had some paint left over from another build, and I had some alder left over, and I had some maple, and Meredith gave me some pickups. Like, that thing was just like, I just had that stuff on hand, and so I was like, well, I'll just make another Pank guitar. And I'd been saving that because I'd been talking to Momo Esquire about doing some sort of charity or something, and then she organized that thing, and then I finally had my opportunity. So everything kind of worked out with that. So it's been an interesting year. Instruments all over the globe. Time for phase 2. Music, politics, gaming, music, and the occult. That's definitely variety streaming right there. They need an occult section in on Twitch here. Actually, they probably do have an occult section, but it's hidden. Only somebody can only show you where it is. You can't stumble upon it by accident. You stream everything under the sun? Nice. Here, I'll... Oh, Mr. Blackstone, we were talking before. I know who, yeah. We were chatting before, but you have a different name in... I thought I was already following you. I'll give you a follow. Blackstone. Yes, I remember chatting with you. There we go. Anyway, I just stream guitars. I was thinking about doing other types of streams, but then I was like, no, I'm just going to stick to guitars. I think if I do anything else, it'll just confuse people. Just confuse and anger them. They'll come onto my stream and they were like, hey, I'm here for some sanding. What are you doing there? Oh, now you can you can see why this one has dents in it. Don't worry, I didn't dent it. It's fine. But there, I got all of those things filled for the most part. And then I don't know if I would ever do a gaming stream, even though I just haven't had time to really game. I think the thing I only do guitars is because that's pretty much all I do. I work on my guitars, I go home and sleep, and then I get up and do it again. Take Emmett for a walk, and then get back to work on guitars. My whole being is just centered around the creation of guitars right now. But maybe things will lighten up soon once I get all the infrastructure in place. I spend a lot of spare time. I've been doing a lot of the merch stuff, been doing a lot of drawing, all those things. All those things I've been trying to get done. Okay. Still not happy with that dent. Yeah. I'm not much of an occultist myself, but I do enjoy the ancient lore. I'm more into it for the ancient lore myself. I think, I don't know if I have much of an opinion on the occult. But I do like ancient lore. That's my thing. Um, I'm trying to think. I read some Madame Blavatsky and all the stuff about Atlantis and things. That's about that's about it as far as stuff like that goes for myself. Mostly I just like stories. That's all I like. I just like the stories. I don't really know how the universe works. I I'm sure there's a structure to it, and I know that there's metaphysical laws and things like that, but I just don't know if I'm capable of understanding those things. That's the problem. Anyway, guitars. I think there's something um, that about that kind of attracts people to music. There's kind of the performance of music, the ritual of music, and people to kind of together in rooms and stuff. There's definitely I understand why there's a lot of that type of imagery in music, and why some musicians are kind of drawn to it. I don't know if anybody really understands, or if they just like the imagery or whatever. But anyway, yeah, yeah. The thing about that, the the thing that's interesting though, is all that ancient lore. Like, it's not written down, right? So it's all like kind of oral histories and stuff. It's uh, it's it's definitely going down a rabbit hole when you get into that stuff. I haven't really read a whole lot on Celtic paganism, a bit of Norse, a bit of Saxon paganism, like Germanic paganism, but not so much. Like, I know a little bit of the Celtic stuff, but it's uh, it's definitely something that can be very enticing. A lot of really interesting imagery. I think that's one of the things that kind of pulls people into it, especially the artwork. Yeah, yeah. I have to get. Well, I have to make it perfect for Rhino. He did such a nice job on that statue that it's like I want this thing to be like really, really nice for him. Really nice. I always look at all that old cultural stuff. It's really hard to understand whenever I look at old culture. It's really hard to know everything that was actually going on with those people, what they actually believed, what they did. But the art still remains. There was a lot of energy put into the artwork, the music and stuff. So it's kind of like, I'm more of a culture person. I like culture. And I think that's what kind of drew me to instruments, is that when you're dealing with instruments and music, that's multiple generations. That's like, thousands of years of history, thousands of or hundreds of generations. So like this thing, This thing um, was supposed to be a tenor guitar, right? And so this was originally going to be tuned in fifths so that you could play like fiddle music on it, right? And so I kind of based that on the Irish banjo, because the Irish, they like their fiddle music, and that Celtic music has been incredibly influential culturally. Like, it's still influential culturally. The beats, rhythms, you know, that's kind of a big foundation of Western music, to a certain degree, that it was built on, you know, folk music and things like that. So it was kind of interesting, kind of tracing the histories of, like, oh, where did the Irish banjo come from, and then why did they make tenor guitars and things like that. It's an interesting evolution. That's what I'm kind of into, and that's what I mean, like culture and things like that. There's some things that are in the past, and it might not necessarily be relevant to our modern world, but there's still all these little fragments from the past that are still with us, you know, just little here and there, little things. And I think a lot of that is in music and instruments. Yeah. Rhino put an insane amount of energy, and he did it right away. He didn't meander at all. He just did it. I meander around. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I always just think of traditions of people and culture over the centuries. That's my connection to the past, I think. And that's one thing that I heard. Nice. Well, that's the thing is, you know what's interesting? Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Speaking of paganism, of one of the things I read about it, which was interesting, the significance of the oak trees, right? So you have this tree that's like hundreds and hundreds of years old, right? And every year at a certain time of year, you do some ritual around this tree, right? And then your ancestors had been doing that same thing around that tree at the same time of year. The tree still is living, but the people from the past is gone. But that connection, that the trees kind of represented this living connection to the past. From my understanding, that's how I read somewhere how they explained that. And I thought that was really interesting, when you kind of link. They always say it's like, oh, they worship the trees. And it was like, no, they weren't necessarily worshiping a tree like it was a deity, like it was a god. The tree was just kind of a living focal point to their ritualistic lives, where it was the constant, this tree as a symbol. And it kind of hit home with me, that concept, when I was in the desert. I was down by San Felipe in Mexico, and there was these ancient cactuses. They're old. They're some of the oldest living creatures or living plants in the world. They could be anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 years old, they say. And seeing this ancient cactus, it was gnarled like an oak tree. And it was really interesting to kind of be in the presence of something that was alive, you know, when the Roman Empire was around, you know, or, you know, just something that was like alive 2,000 years ago, that this thing was here on Earth, when, you know, all these things were happening. So in a way, I kind of understood those kind of living connections, what the symbol of an ancient oak tree would be to someone, and why that would be kind of significant connection to your ancestors. That's how I kind of see it, if that makes sense. I could be wrong. I'm not an occultist. But anyway, they're speaking of yeah, acknowledge and respect. You know what's interesting is bog oak. Well, that's what it's observing things, I think, is admire and acknowledge. So like on the solstice, one observes the solstice. You're not worshiping the solstice necessarily, you're observing it as a cycle of time. But anyway, let's talk bog oak. Okay, speaking of the past and ancient trees, you can get bog oak from Ireland and the UK, and you can make guitars out of bog oak that is thousands of years old. The bogs have been places they've found so many things in bogs perfectly preserved: people, weapons, artifacts. They pulled out of bogs and wood. The bog oak is black, and you can get it. It's the only. I've never worked with bog oak before, but it's the only. It's the only wood from the UK that I would be very interested in doing a guitar with. I find that to be very, very interesting. That you can make something out of this piece of wood that was like thousands, 3,000-year-old bog oak or something like that would be really neat. You can get it. I just haven't ordered any. It's not super rare. You can get it. Crimson Guitars in the UK does a lot of not a lot, but he's done bog oak stuff that look pretty good. Works very well with his kind of metal style. But that is the only wood that I am envious of the Brits for. I do not envy the Brits for any wood except for that one. Hey, Ornikar, thank you for that follow. You've got a bog, pull perfectly preserved dead frogs out of it after every winter. Oh man. Aziz Zuzura, thank you for the follow. About creating an enchanted instrument by meticulously and consciously crafting in ceremonial way. So I don't know. I'm going to say no, I haven't made an enchanted instrument, but I'll tell you how I look at it. So the Japanese have a word called for when you kind of imbue a object with a spirit. They call it kami. I could be wrong. Anybody who's better at Japanese folklore than me, feel free to interrupt me and tell me I'm wrong. But I kind of I liked that term. So I don't know if an inanimate object can have a certain properties to it, metaphysical properties. Let's just say I'm not qualified to make a guitar with metaphysical properties, but I think when you take a material and you put a lot of conscious effort into it, you put a lot of conscious energy into an object, especially a guitar, there is a certain spirit to it in that it is unique, it is made from an organic thing, and it does have a kami to it. It does. That it will have a life of its own. It will go off and it will do things based on what kind of energy is put into it from the people who receive it. And different guitars will have different lives, so maybe some are more enchanted than others. Like, it's a very I don't indulge too much into that. Just, it's a very romantic way of looking at instrument making. I don't know if I'm a romantic. I don't indulge in it too much because I'm a serious person. But it is a very I just see it as a romantic way to look at instrument making. But I do go over every detail. I try and infuse what I can into it through conscious thought. And once it's made, I just let it go. I'm done with it and it goes out in the world. I don't really hold on to them. I don't try and force what they are or what they do. And that's the interesting thing about instruments, is everyone does have their own voice and their own feel. And when the right person finds it, there's a connection there, you know? So it's not necessarily woo-woo way, just, yeah, I'm a serious person. I can only, say so much about what these things are and aren't. I'll leave that up to whoever gets the guitar and whatever they do with it. I'm just the maker, On numeric number, yeah. I know some builders who they put like a coin in their guitar, like a magic coin. It could be a sales gimmick. That's another thing, I guess, why I don't really indulge in it, because it's also a product, and at the end of the day, it would be kind of cheesy. I would feel like it would be an insincere, kind of cheesy way to sell something, to talk like that around it. But I could totally talk like that. I'd rather just talk about the tone wood. Yeah. Nice. Mr. Blackstone is working on it. If you want something infused with magic, Mr. Blackstone there is more qualified than I to do it. Is there a type of number that is not numeric? Well, it's like, let me tell you about my guitars. My guitars are built all according to the golden ratio. You could build a guitar according to the... You know what's interesting? Here's the thing. Is... tuning. There is something about tuning and resonance that's very interesting. Okay? I don't understand... I'm not a physicist. I'm not a metaphysicist. But there is something to the resonance of things. Everything is vibrating at a certain resonance. We know that. We know that the world is vibrating. There's mechanical resonance in everything. When we talk about a song that we like, we use it in terms of, it made me feel, it moved me. It does something to you metabolically. When you hear a song that you really like, your brain starts churning and you have a physical reaction to it. So the vibrational energy of your body is affected by these instruments, these resonance boxes, So it's like there is something to it. I don't understand it. I just know how to build these things as best as I can. I can't say you know, how it works. You might as well say it's magic, but there are physical properties that one could use to just describe in mechanical physics terms and biological terms, you know? Yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing. As you play, especially an acoustic guitar, the wood changes over time. The wood, the resonance of the guitar, the instrument, as it resonates more, it kind of changes. You kind of know what sounds you can get out of it. You can affect people emotionally with it. That's what's very interesting about music. You might as well call them spells, because you are putting a spell on someone when you're playing a song well. If you're very good at it, there's a certain theater to it, there's a certain ritual to it, and then there's the math to it. There is a structure to it. I was joking about, oh, I build all my guitars according to, the golden ratio. But the Pythagoras, who is credited with the Pythagorean theorem of the rectangles, like the golden ratio type thing. He is the one who came up with the first mathematical tuning. He's credited with it, with the first way to mathematically tune an instrument. The triangle, yeah. Yeah. Icelian, your atoms like the vibrations. Yeah. Yeah. So you can break it down into like mathematical, but when you start breaking things down into those mathematical formulas, right? It gets into the entire structure of the physical world and how one can influence the physical world. So here's the thing about a song. So you think it up in your head, you work it out with your instrument. It's something that like you create somewhere, somehow this thing, your mind, figures it out, and then you put it out into the world through your vibrations and stuff, like through your song and stuff, and then it hits other people, and like it does resonate into the culture. Hey, positively crafty. What's going on, Raiders? You read a mathematical essay about Pythagoras and it makes sense at the time. Yeah, I can't really say I'm just talking smack from what I know. Like I don't come to me and be like, Hank, you said a lot of things that I can prove are wrong. I'm like, maybe you can, I don't know. Positively crafty, what were you up to tonight? I've been talking some smack about the metaphysical side of instrument making and how the resonance affect the biology of those around you. Is it magic? Let's find out. Welcome, Raiders. I'm working on a baritone ukulele tonight. I'm just filling all these little details that I want to have fixed for Rhino. Math magic, yeah. This is what I'm working on tonight. Yeah, I was just saying. Oh no, it's interesting. You can approach instrument building from a very technical side, or you can approach it from more of I don't know, an esoteric kind of like romantic way as well. I think any art can be approached like that. There's both sides to it. There's a technical, and then there's the kind of ethereal, Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, Positively Crafty. Let me show you what I got something really fancy going on right here. Give me a second. It's just in the spray booth, and I'll show you all you people who just showed up. I got something fancy. I just gotta grab it. I'll be right back. Okay, here it is. Fancy incoming. Here we go. I got the first bit of gloss on this one. So it still needs to be sanded smooth. It's going to get one more coat, but there we go. It is fancy. Oh yeah, it's coming out real nice. Yeah, that Padauk. Look at that Padauk. You can still see there's more pores. I need to do more layers. You can see all the little spots on there, the low points. It is shiny. But, so that's natural. That's not dyed. That wood is Padauk. Oh, you hadn't seen it this far, yeah. I haven't named it yet. I haven't named this one yet. If anybody has any ideas, throw them out. Throw them out if you have an idea for this one. Speaking of ethereal magic guitars, this guitar is definitely magic, okay? I'm not saying I subscribe to that all the time, but this guitar is magic. This is a powerful guitar. Any who wields this guitar will be able to influence the physical reality around them. Guaranteed. Oh yeah, I just really like that Padauk. Like the top looks amazing, but I'm also really happy with the back of it. It's time to start learning to play guitar there, Miko 2021. I can barely play guitar, but I can make them for some reason. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Crafty. So I got the neck. The neck still needs more coats as well, but you can see the neck. The neck for it is right here. So this thing is coming along. It's coming along. Yeah, she looks the part. Yeah, so my camera isn't focusing on that. I don't know why. It's all blurry. Well, this one, I'm going really slow on this one, but everything's coming along real nice. I was just sanding and pore filling this one, but everything came out pretty good. It's just more sanding. I want this thing to be immaculate, so it's like I gotta put in the time. Now it's just sanding. Sanding, sanding, sanding. Yeah, I appreciate a good spoons. I appreciate fine spoon playing. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if anything messed up, this was a unique piece. Like this is a one of a kind. Like that's such a one of a kind piece. I built the whole guitar around that top, and I moved slowly, just being like what colors would work best, and I'm getting there. You know, I was pretty confident with what I was doing, but I still didn't want to make any mistakes. And so far, so good. So one more spray and then wet sanding. Yeah. So it's moving along. It's one of those things where it's like there was many ways to go about this, many different paths to take with this thing, but at the end of the day, we were just talking about conscious choices and how they manifest in reality. This was just a top. This was just a bunch of pieces of wood. Soon that will be a guitar, and it can go out into the world. This one is going to be a showpiece. I'm going to get a lot of media stuff with this one. It's going to be kind of my flagship guitar when I launch at the end of June. I'm going to launch my my brand as a guitar builder. So this is the flagship that I'm going to ride in on. So if there ever was a guitar to attach myself to, this would be it. So I'll just put it back now. Anyway, yeah, it's there's just a lot going on in that top. It's just a lot. Yeah, stunning debut. Well, it's I knew I could work with it as soon as I saw it. As soon as I saw it, I knew I could do something with it. I didn't make that top, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, I must have it. I can do something with it. I felt like I needed to step things up. Like I wasn't. I don't know. Not that I wasn't doing good work. I just wanted to show that I could do really good work. It was like, it wasn't good enough. I was like, I need to do real good work. You put your best foot forward, kind of thing. So it's I probably won't make guitars like that all the time, but who knows? Like if that's I do a couple different guitars, and I'm trying something out. Like just I'll do a real premium guitar, and see if people gravitate towards that. I'm just trying different things, seeing what people like. I do more modest guitars, but still artistic. Like that's it's kind of a departure from a lot of the stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with these guitars. I really like these guitars, but I kind of fall into more natural looking, kind of rustic, but nice woodworking. That's kind of like the guitars that I like. So these guitars back here are like, this is what I like. That guitar in there was, I want to make something beautiful. That was the whole thing, was just, I want to make something beautiful. That was pretty much the inspiration, was just something beautiful. Like I was kind of, it was kind of a couple months ago, I was just like, I wasn't necessarily depressed. I was just looking around at the world and just being like, everything's insane, absolutely insane. It's all so ugly. And so that was my statement to the world, is like, fine, all you ugliness, I'm going to make something beautiful. And that's about the only thing I can affect in the world. As a luthier, as a guy who builds guitars, I have surprisingly little influence on the geopolitical situation. You wouldn't know that because I have a bust of my own head, but I actually have very little influence on the way the decisions in the world. So I was like, fine then, I'll just make a beautiful guitar. And that'll be my statement. That'll be my statement to all this ugliness. No problem, Positively Crafty. You have a great evening and have a good dinner. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, what can one do as an artist, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know how much influence a guitar can have in the world. To recording your EP? Fair enough. Don't worry, Blackstone. I can always build a guitar. How is your EP going? So now I'm just sanding down all those fills, and then it's got to be perfect. I think that was another thing, was that it was, again, like, what am I going to put energy into to get, we can keep this metaphysical talk going, but it's like your life is the decisions you make, and the decisions you make is what you put your energy into, like Blackstone here making his album, right? And it's like, what are you going to put your energy into? What are you going to create? You know, I think creating is a great thing to put energy into. It doesn't matter what you're creating, as long as you're creating something. There's something that it feels good to make something, to create something. And I was just kind of grossed out by the state of the world, kind of horrified as well. But that's nothing new. I've gotten over that. But it was, I don't have control over events or what happens, but I do have control over how I react to it. And there seems to be a lot of the things, the happenings. Okay, Willie, we'll catch you later. A lot of the happenings in the world seem to just pull a lot of energy out of people through being outraged or scared or whatever. Like it's very draining. A lot of what goes on. It's very tiring. It's very tiresome. Day after day, the grind of living in humanity. And so it's kind of like, are you going to spend your time being angry or upset and kind of be demoralized by it? Or are you going to make something? You're going to make something in this world, you know? Like, if nuclear war actually breaks out, well, I'm going to make sure I build my best guitar before it happens. Yeah. That's all I gotta say. The world can't end. I gotta build one more really nice guitar. Okay, these are filling really nicely. I don't even know if you can really see, but just a few little things. They're not too noticeable. They just look like grain, but it's much better than they were. I just wasn't happy with some of those little marks in there. It wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough for my man Rhino. You have one song be released on June 4th. Then we have 2 songs in the mastering stage. Nice. Is this, what kind of music is it? Is this your metal or your blues? Okay, Leslie. And one more. Yeah, you have a good night as well, Leslie. No matter what, it's kind of nice to know that, like, literally, no matter what, I always have something to do. Oh, hey, Jay Mizzlewonk. Thank you. This is a baritone ukulele. This is a pretty big baritone uke. It's nice and loud. Nice. That's awesome, Jay. What was the nut for? What kind of guitar? Nice, Karen. The package has been delivered. The eagle has landed. You have the body. Good news. A body is going to get burned soon. Are you guys following Karen Day is my name? You guys. Check out Karen Day is my name. I just sent her a basswood guitar body. So Karen, I sent her a guitar similar to this one, but all in basswood. It's all white and it's going to be burned. It's all going to be burned. So give Karen a follow. She'll be working on that. Are you going to be working on it this weekend, Karen, or are you going to take a bit of time to figure out the design first? I don't want to rush it. Don't rush it. But I'm glad you got it. But let us know. Let us know when you're going to start on it. It was from a Franken Squire Strat from the 90s. Nice. The Turd Caster. It is a little thick, though. Oh, nice. Blackstone, out of the box blues, country rock. Nice. When you get that recorded, Blackstone, let me know. Post it in the Discord. I'll check it out. Yeah, watch out. Karen's excited. When Karen gets excited, things burn. The world burns. So that's good. So this is still fairly thick for this size of instrument. I wanted a really big body. I wanted a big sound. I'm interested to hear how this will sound. I made this for volume. This thing was made for volume. So we'll see. You hear that? Do you hear the different variation? You hear that? So on either side, you got lots of variation in tone. You got variation in tone. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You got your basses, you got your trebles. You dig? Don't tell me how to party, Papa Doom. Then, there's nothing wrong with being a little thick. It has a heartbeat. Yeah, it's alive. So Papa Doom, I just got Karen's body to her. She's going to do the pyrography on it. I'm going to get this ukulele to Rhino. Then it's Papa Doom's Anime Girl guitar. So I'm trying to wrap up everything. I'm sorry, Papa Doom, that pyrography is when you burn designs into wood. Pyrography. It's when you wood burn art. Anyway, sorry, Papa Doom. You were last on the list. Because I knew you would forgive me, but nobody else would. But it's soon. Yeah, it's like, oh, Papa Doom, we go way back. But definitely, that is the next thing that I gotta get done. After this, I gotta get Rhino his guitar, because he did make the bust of my head. Papa Doom designed the guitar. The guitar is ready to go. The body's ready. The neck is ready. It just needs to be sprayed and get a vinyl sticker made. So it's actually the guitar is, the body is ready. I just haven't sprayed anything yet. Yeah. Know each other too long to quit now. Yeah, it's like I don't know what I would have to do to get Papa Doom to denounce me. I don't know if it is possible. But anyway, that's the next one. I bit off a lot and said a lot of things. I said a lot of things this last year. Yeah. Look, man, you don't tell me how to party. That's all I gotta say. But I said a lot of things. I said I wanted to do more collaborations this year, which I have done. I just haven't done all of them yet. But Papa Doom, I haven't seen you stream in a while. What have you been up to? Just working? Hey, VYNC, thank you for that follow. Working. Always that work stuff getting in the way of drawing anime girls. So Papa Doom does gaming, does drawing, and also works. He did a design. We go way back, me and Papa Doom. We used to draw comic books together when we were kids. This is our first collaboration in probably 20 years. It's about due. We're about due for a collaboration. Oh man, been working over 40 hours a week. Brutal. Brutal. No time, no time. I do over 40 hours a week, but I'm in the shop, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I can just stream my work, though right now this is kind of, I'm streaming more of the fun stuff. You guys actually don't get to see me really doing my actual work too much. You kind of see the results of it. Right now, things are kind of slow in the shop, so it's giving me time to get all my stuff in order for my guitar brand launching my guitar brand. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I just order all my stuff from China. I just have Chinese factories making my stuff. You guys have no idea how my stuff is actually made. My little elves, my unpaid apprentices. So I'm feeling much better about this build. That's the thing, is like, I don't want Rhino to get a janky build. I want him to get something really nice. I did put a lot of work into it, but then I just feel like I probably just rushed things at the end to get it done. So now I can go back and make it right with the world, and then send it out. But I will be heading back. Actually, I'll be seeing Papa Doom in early August. I'll be back first week of August. Doom, obviously, for your brother's wedding. So that'll be nice. I'll be back in Saskatchewan. I'll bring a bunch of guitars with me. Do you want me to bring the Anime Girl guitar? Let's give the Anime Girl guitar to your brother for his wedding. That's what he really wants. You'll probably be there. Probably. If you're not there, I'll let you know how it goes. It's not that big of a deal. IOI. This thing. You're one of his groomsmen? Nice. Are you going to be in tuxedos? Is he going all out, or is he going to keep it business casual? I think weddings, let me tell you something. When it comes to family and friends, always go to the wedding. Sometimes people, I used to kind of be a curmudgeon, and I'm like, I don't like going to those events, and you know. When I was younger, I'd kind of avoid things. I didn't like weddings and stuff like that. But now that I'm older, I'm kind of like, I always say yes when I'm invited to a wedding, because going to a wedding is way nicer than going to a funeral. So it's like, I highly recommend always making the effort to go to the wedding when it comes to family and friends. Don't be a curmudgeon like me. But I'm not a curmudgeon anymore. At least it's a happy time. Will Blakely fit in the shirt in 6 years? No. Unwary Dead, how are you doing today? Don't worry, DJ Rock and Raj. When she finally does fit into it, she'll have a Pank guitar of her own. How many Hanks you want? How many Hanks you want there, Rock and Raj, for use of that photo? Heartache and Hurtin' Time. I like that name there, Blackstone. Okay. Yeah, whenever it's done, let me know. I like that name. Heartache and Hurtin' Time. 1 million. No. I'll give you here, let me throw you some Hanks. I'll give you 10,000 Hanks. 10,000 Hanks for the use of that photo in my media. How's that sound? But it's not your Hanks. What are you at? Actually, Rock and Raj, what are you at right now? How many Hanks do you have? There you go. There you go. You're within 10,000 Hanks of Karen now. You're close. You're closing in. You're closing in. Check your Hanks again, Raj. Check your Hanks again. Also, Karen, your puzzle should be there soon. Rock and Raj is closing in. Better watch it, Karen. Better watch it. You're not quite number one yet, Raj, but you're getting closer. You're getting closer. You're closing in. You're closing in. You just need 10,000 more Hanks and you'll be there. I don't want to upset Karen. She knows where I live. Immersive Sinner, how are you doing? So, the reason it's taking me so long to sand, I just have a block with 400 grit sandpaper. The reason I'm using 400 grit is, oh man, Alfie! I was just about to explain the fine art of sanding. Alfie Tree, what's going on? Starseeker, how are you doing? Welcome, Raiders. What's going on, Raiders? I was just sanding this guitar. Plush Viking, how are you doing tonight? Yeah, thank you. I am a music crafting nerd. So right now, I'm working on a baritone ukulele. I'm fixing up this baritone ukulele for Elfie64. What were you up to today? Thank you for that raid. I appreciate it. Cleaning out neighbor's garage today. Man, there's nothing more tiring than cleaning out a garage. Even more tiring when it's not even yours. So, today do you guys, was anybody here when I got my bust? Let me, quick recap. This ukulele, this is a baritone ukulele. Painting trees, nice. That's awesome. Hey. JB, thanks for that resub. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm in Vancouver. Where are you at, Plush? Yeah, check out JB. Appreciate that, JB. North of me. Oh, okay. So my shop is in East Vancouver, way north. Like Yukon North. So, last month, Rhino Lion, who is a sculptor, potter here on Twitch, if you guys don't know, sculpted me, check this out, a bust of my own head. So he made this for me. As it started off as a joke. I raided into him just like you raided now. And I was like, he was doing a sculpture. And I was like, hey, Rhino, I need a bust of my own head. And to go with my new manifesto I'm writing. Oh, nice. You're up in Haida Gwaii. That's awesome, Plush. That's a beautiful area. Lots of nice wood up there. Man. Thanks for that gift sub. Actually, ooh. Plush Viking. I'm doing a giveaway for everybody who just got here. Nice. Skeena Valley Inland. Okay. It looks like the zigzag guy. Well, maybe I look like the zigzag guy. Okay, I got a lot going on right now. But with that sub, for all the people who are subscribers, I am doing a ukulele giveaway, and it will be on Wednesday. Hey, thank you for following, Plush. Speaking of British Columbia, so this is kind of a British Columbia scene here, the mountains and the ocean. Just the sun is not really something you see around a whole lot. But, yeah, it's Big Brain Henry. This is the next uke giveaway. We are giving this away on Wednesday. So there's still time to get tickets. It's for subscribers, and you use your Hanks that you accumulate by watching to buy tickets. So Plush, if you want a handmade ukulele, or Elfie, who just are now have subscriptions, get in now if you guys want to get a ticket for this. Tickets are $2,500. Hanks, you can see how many Hanks in your Hank account. Yeah, you're close. You're halfway there, Elfie. You're halfway there. Yeah. So, anyway, if anybody's interested, I got a lot going on right now. Yeah, you need to pad your Hank account. You only need one ticket to win. The last guy who won the ukulele had only one ticket, and he won. So it's like all it takes is one. Just so you know, this is what's going on. You guys still have time. I'm going to stream a couple more times before Wednesday, so you still have time. Gata Logic. JB really wants it. A lot of people are trying to get in on this, but it's coming up quick. It's coming up quick. Just wanted to throw that out there for anybody who's interested. Rhino. Rhino's here. Man, everything's going on. Rhino. Right, I was perfect timing. I was just telling everyone about your work. Thanks. Yeah, there, right on. Thank you, Karen, for giving Rhino that shout out. The man, the artist, is here. He infused this clay with my essence and being. It even smells like me. Yeah, then Elfie, that's one of the things. If you do win it, you have to become a ukulele streamer. That is the rule. I'm sorry, but with this great gift comes a great responsibility of becoming the greatest ukulele streamer on Twitch. I hope you're up for that. Briggs is going to win. Oh, there's some stiff competition. Yeah, the lighting. This is how I want to be remembered. Rhino just knew how to sculpt me to how I want to be remembered. And this is exactly what will live on after I'm gone. After all the streams are destroyed by a solar flare, and there will be no record of me but my instruments and this bust. That's okay by me. Nobody needs to rewatch the old streams. Orbiter, how are you doing? Don't worry, Rockin' Raj, how many more ukuleles do you need? Yeah, he does look pretty good. I wish I looked that good. Yeah, with great ukes comes great responsibility. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to build a stand for this thing, some sort of pillar, that it can sit on. I'm going to have to build the proper lighting, incense, all the things. Yeah. Anyway, did you just purchase 58 tickets? Yeah, can we get a shout out to Orbiter Guitars here as well? If you guys want to see more guitar action, check out Orbiter Guitars. Yeah, we're at a level 2 hype train. Lot going on right now. Okay, with everyone here, one moment. You guys can just stare at this. I'm just going to go grab a guitar that I have in the spray booth that you have to see, Orbiter. And everyone has to see this. You guys have seen me working on it. But I can leave. The great thing about this statue is I can leave the stream now and the head remain, like people won't even know the difference. So I'll be right back. You still got him. Megan, thank you for that gifted sub. Look at this. It's not done being sprayed yet, and I still have to sand it, but it is shiny now. We got a shiny guitar. Look at that. Yeah, it's here. Hey, Red Devil, thank you for that follow. So this is, thanks Orb. I know, as someone, Orb knows the pain of finishing. So I appreciate everyone's well wishes and compliments, but nobody truly understands what I'm going through here except Orbiter. And you guys will never understand. But it takes a lot to get it this pretty. Anyway, yeah, this is going to be, hopefully I have to spray it once more and then I can get down to wet sanding. That's going to be the next thing. The struggle is real, yeah. It's if you want things shiny and glossy, you got to work for them. It is stained Buckeye burl with resin. So it is wood, and it's pressure dyed, and then it's stabilized with resin. So yeah, it's a really unique piece. Anyway, thank you guys for the level 1 hype train. Here, let me share that emote. Appreciate all those subs, guys. Oh, there we go. You see a Muppet with its mouth open? Oh man, it is crazy. This is just a very, very unique piece. It's a total unique, and the Padauk looks great too. Anyway, I'm going to put that away. I keep getting distracted with all these things. I got a lot on the go. I'll be right back. Okay, let's get down. Did you miss me? Okay, let's get down to brass tacks here. I'll put Big Brain Henry back here. I owe Rhino a baritone ukulele. So I'm just fixing a few things that I didn't do the first time on the top. So I filled a few little holes. I'm just sanding it down, but I have all the tools to succeed now. Oh, good news, Orbiter. Karen is going to be working on her first guitar. I made Karen a basswood bodied guitar to do wood burning on. So Karen soon will be working on her first guitar, a Hank Budd guitar. So you guys give Karen a follow. Lots going on. So I got Karen's. Yeah, we got a lot going on. Check out Karen Day is my name. She's a pyrographer. We got a lot of people here doing a lot of different things. We got a lot going on here. We got a lot going on. I bit off a lot this year. I was like, I'm going to do collaborations with other streamers. And then I was like, oh no, I have so many collaborations to do. And so, which is a good thing, but it's also, I'm definitely feel like I'm falling behind. Nice. So anyway, Karen's thing is done. She got that. And now Rhino's baritone is next on the list. I got everything I need for it. I've gotten my tail piece. This is called tail gut. And then this is the pin that goes behind it, and then I still have to cut out the tail piece itself, but I have all the tools. I had to order all this stuff, but I have everything I need to finish this thing now. So I should have it done soon. Soon, Rhino, very soon. I'm getting down to work on this thing. I'm fixing all the little things that I don't like about it, because you did a really great job on that bust, and I want you to have something real nice from me. So I'm going to make this real nice. Real nice. Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, it's just, man, a lot of stuff going on. But in a good way. In a good way. And then Papa Doom. Sorry, Papa Doom, but you're on there too. Yeah, I was really, man, it's an integral part of the stream now, Rhino. Integral part, you know? Is Karen going to wind some pickups now? Karen's just going to make her own guitars. That's right, Karen. You just make your own guitar next time. I'm not sending you another one. Anyway. I bit off a lot. I bit off a lot this year. I'm slowly fulfilling. Oh, that reminds me another thing. If you guys haven't seen, I just did a really ridiculous, and when I say ridiculous, I mean ridiculous. Now, Rhino, do you remember when I showed the Burl the first time, and you were like, I would like a vest like that. Anyway, that gave me ideas. And I'll show you something. I'll show you something really ridiculous. So I did a merch store the other day. So I got Hank Bud's merch. If anybody's interested, we got merch. But wait, there's more. You haven't even seen the ridiculousness yet. So here, we'll just scroll down. We got t-shirts. We got your standard stuff. We got Hank t-shirts. We got Pank guitars. We got t-shirts, polo shirts, mugs. I watch Hank on Twitch shirts. No vape yet. Hank juice. But wait, we got toques. We got aprons. We got trucker hats. We got sanding underwear. That's right. Sanding support underwear. Sanding support bras. Hank pruns. Yeah, exactly. No hankies though, but we have, anyway, Hank flags for you to fly in your communities and homes so that everyone knows viewing is mandatory. Posters, battle jacket patches, puzzles. So we got a Burl. So this was the Burl. You see that there? I took a photo of that Burl from that guitar before I made it because it just looked beautiful. And then I was like, what else can I make with it? Yeah, but wait, there's more. Here we go. Burl swimsuit and dresses. That's that. I'm a designer now. I do women's swimwear and dresses with wood that I like from my guitars. My guitars are so beautiful, you can wear them. Nobody has worn one yet. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, this is Rhino's fault. He was like, you know, that Burl looks really nice. I want to wear it. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a vest, but I found dresses and swimwear that I could put it on. So anyway, that was my merch. Oh, and then we got socks. We got sanding pillows. That's my merch, everybody. But that Burl, I'm glad I took a photo of it. I might just do regular shirts with it. I just thought it would be funny. Yeah, now it's a bathing suit. Yeah, for the most risque of swim goers. No vape, no follow. Sorry, Hayes. I'm working on more branding, more merch. Don't worry. I'll have something for everyone. Don't worry. Anyway, don't worry. I really wanted to do a vest with it just for Rhino. Unfortunately, no vest. I looked. That burl would make an awesome sleeve, like a tattoo. Yeah, it's just that piece is just so. Here, I'll just load up. Just let me just find the image itself, and we can just bask. That thing looked like an art piece on its own. It was just like a painting. Uh, yeah, here we go. Here's here's what it looked like. Hey, Fox Girl, thank you for that follow. Here's here's what that burl top, like. It just looks like an abstract painting or something. That's what it looked like. So I have a high resolution image of this, and I was like, what else can I use this for? It's just neat to look at. And when I got that, when I got it, I just put it on my wall as just like a piece, and it looked great just on the wall. Like I almost just was like, should I make a guitar out of it, or should I just hang it on the wall? Because it does look pretty nice. It's a really interesting piece. The other pieces don't look as nice as this one, actually. There's a lot of resin in them. They look cool, but they don't look as beautiful as this one. This one looks like a painting. The other ones don't look like that. So it's like, this was just a unique piece. Good colors. It's nicely balanced too. It is like a painting. Anyway, if anybody has any other ideas, I guess a handkerchief. Ha ha. I want a full face mask with the burl. So, yes. Oh man, Hayes, I can make tube scarves. So you can be a burl ninja. Yes, I can make those. I can make. Yes. I'll make it. For all the burl ninjas out there. I believe that was an option. So there was like a lot of options for things that I could make. And I didn't do everything. I can probably do some hoodies as my brand. A wetsuit. Yeah. Well, that's what the bathing suit is for. Oh, I can make burl yoga pantses. Yoga pants is a total ninja set. If you get the burl tube scarf and the yoga pants and the swimsuit, that's basically a wetsuit. You just have to buy 3 items, and then you have your full burl outfit. That's what I wanted to do, JB, but I don't have that option on the current. I'm limited to what Printful can make, and I might look at other places and plug those in as well. I got more merch coming. I don't know why, but for some reason, I decided to just go all out on. I guess I don't design guitars anymore. I design ninja attire. There's far more people out there who want my apparel than my guitars, and I'll just give the people whatever they want. Thanks, Rhino. I can't. I couldn't just do mugs and T-shirts. I wanted to. If I was going to do merch, I wanted them to be kind of like art pieces, like. I wanted it to be like kind of a platform. Some of it's kind of just as a joke. I put it in there like the sanding underwear, but I'm sure it's fine underwear. I'm going to have to order some myself and let you guys know. But I kind of saw the merch as like, well, what can I do with my art and make it into something that I would like, So I'm going to have a runway show with some models in my dresses, though. At some point, Hank Couture will hit the runways of Milan this summer. Cyclist suits that look like tarmac. Man, there's a lot of applications for things. Maybe I will start my own apparel brand. I don't know. I'm going to see where things go, but it was kind of fun. It's just another kind of fun thing to do. I think the Burl puzzle was a really good one. Hey, Standing with Leather, you have a great weekend as well. We'll catch you again. So I'm just filling a bit of tear out. If you're wondering what I'm doing, there was a bit of tear out on the top from when I pulled the tape off when I did the binding. And so I just filled it, and then now I'm just sanding it flush. That's what I'm doing. Just so it's nice. Rhino deserves the best. The best. Yes. So my shop is in East Vancouver. It's called Pacific Wood Lab. And if anybody wants to visit, check out my guitars, take a class. We also do classes here, guitar building classes. Feel free to contact through the Woodlab website or just DM me. It's fine. If you're in the Vancouver area, want to check out some of my stuff. Also, some of my guitars are at Rufus Guitar Shop on Commercial Drive. So if anybody is in the Vancouver area, you can check out some of my instruments if I'm not around. But we actually, Refox Girl, we are having an open house on June 25th. So I will be posting stuff about that next month. But at the end of June, June 25th, we are going to have an open house here at the shop. We'll probably have some music and we'll be showing guitars and yeah. So that's what's going on. If everybody's invited, they want to check it out. That reminds me, I should start sending out some invitations once it's all official. But if anybody is interested, that's the goings-ons. We decided, well, we didn't really get a chance to do any guitar shows this year, so we'll just have our own guitar show at the end of June. That will coincide with me launching my brand. My guitar brand is going to be launched. My guitars will be fully branded. The merch store was actually just a good test to kind of set up an e-commerce thing on my website. Like, it was fun and it was useful for the stream, but it also just got me how I can figure out how to make a store, an online storefront, which I can use for my guitars. Yes, I made a logo. I'll show you. For my headstocks, I finally came up with a logo for them. Hey, Woodix, thank you for that follow. Lots of raids tonight. I appreciate everyone coming in tonight. Here we go. Busy Friday night. I'll show you. Shows ya. Here's my logo for the headstock. So that is basically a cattle brand font. So it's like a cattle brand. So it's literally a brand. And for my Big River guitars, I am going to actually get a wood burning brand and burn those into the headstock. Yeah, it will be on the Big Rivers, on my Tele style guitars, it'll be burned in. On the Roya, it will be a decal. So, but they will be fully branded. And then on the plate, I also have I don't know. Also on the neck plate will be my logo, and made in Canada. Like I'm doing the proper things. I'm out of the prototyping phase. These are kind of my last prototypes, though there's nothing wrong with them. They were just things I was working out, but everything is kind of standardized and branded now. So it's been a big push. Hence why I've been falling behind. Let me tell you some excuses, guys. You guys, I really got to give you some excuses as to why I haven't got as much done. I've been doing things. I got my guitar brand. Let me tell you about the brand. Branding is very important to reach your customer base. I'm terrible. At not terrible. It's just I'm not a businessman. I had to learn a lot this year. Figure out a lot, and that's like the thing when you do your own thing, you gotta kind of be an entrepreneur. You got my slogan? Yeah, I got my slogan. Hank Bud Guitars. Don't tell me how to party. I got tons of slogans. Luckily, I've worked out all my slogans on the stream. That's another t-shirt that's coming soon, is don't tell me how to party. But that's the thing, when you're an artist, nobody cares about you succeeding except you. So you got to do everything yourself at the start. So it's kind of, it just is what it is. I just have to devote time to those things. It's nice that once all this infrastructure is set up, it can just exist. And suddenly I'll have time to just work. And maintaining it will be a lot easier than it is now as I'm building it. It's always easier to maintain something than build it up. But I'm getting there. So you guys are the lucky ones. You're all lucky. Rhino is lucky. He's getting an original Hank Bud from the first season. Oh, Rhino just went live. He's not even here anymore. But everybody who's won or will win one of these giveaways, you're getting the first run of my instruments. In my first year as guitar builder. Will they be worth something? I don't know. Probably. I would imagine so. How many years will they last? Centuries. I'm sure they'll be kicking around for at least 400 years. Oh, you're still here? Oh, okay. I thought you just went live, though. How can you be more than one place at once? The first season before the writing went off the rails. Exactly. It's like, yeah, Hank season 1 was really good. Season 2 was okay. Season 3 was terrible. It was preposterous. It made no sense. There was so many plot holes. Season 4, it'll just be like, it'll be amazing that it goes on as long as it does. If you want to get things done, you have to do it yourself. Exactly. I was just saying that I don't know how many more ukuleles, because I'm so focused on electric guitars are my brand. I'm only building electric guitars professionally. Anyone who got a ukulele, you got something really unique that nobody else will ever have, because I probably won't be building ukuleles professionally. So if you have a Hank Budd ukulele, it's the rarest thing in the world. Nobody has these. There'll be a lot of people with Hank Budd guitars, but they'll be like, you have a Hank Budd ukulele? Those are the rarest of the rare. The electric uke, yeah, I can always do electric ukes. I have a bunch of electric uke bridges. But anyway. I hope everybody appreciates these things. Like, that's why I'm doing the giveaway ending the giveaway with the bang, the big shebang. That ukulele is, and this one are like my last ukuleles. I'm all out. That ukulele is jacked. The neck warped on it, and it's unplayable. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that thing, but it is unplayable as an instrument, which is very, very disappointing. So I'm pretty much these two, this one and that one there, are my last of the ukuleles. So I'm sorry, I only have one price, and it's a bust of my head, and Rhino beat you all to it. Okay, Hayes, you have a good night, and thanks for coming in. Yeah, we'll catch you again. I've seen those Mexican ukuleles that they sell on the street there, Immersive. They are unplayable. I don't even know, like, I guess people just buy them as like, they got ya. As like souvenirs. They are so jacked. When I was down in San Felipe, I saw a bunch of those, and I was like, those don't look right. They're beautiful. They're just touristy things. You made a mistake. You watched a Cindy Cash Dollar video, and now you have to make a new instrument. What's the new instrument, Gatalogic? The bridge is unsupported. Yeah, they look like ukuleles. Yeah. That's not the point. Let me show you guys. Let me show you what I dress like when I was down in Mexico. There's always like in San Felipe and a lot of places that are kind of touristy. San Felipe is where the Baja 500 goes through, like the that race. So it's not a touristy town, but it's like it is a destination twice a year for Americans and Canadians and stuff. So it has that kind of, you know, Mexican touristy vibe where they just sell all the stuff, right? Anyway, so I bought I bought a shirt, a hat. I'll show you the outfit I wore when I traveled to Mexico to blend in with the locals. Let me show you how I roll. Here we go. Is it? Just one moment, please. Here we go. I might have shown you this before, but anyway, this is how I look when I go to Mexico. The locals accepted me as one of their own because everyone dresses like this in Mexico. So I walked around the Baja like this, and that's how I rolled. But it was like I dressed completely from street vendor Mexican outfits. See that? See that? What I'm pointing? I'm pointing there. I climbed that mountain. That's what I look like when I travel abroad. I blend in with the locals. I have adventures. That's exactly what I do. Anyway. Nice. I'm glad you're learning something here, Plush. Also, Plush, if you're interested in other luthiers on Twitch, you should check out it's your cousin. Check out the Discord. We have a bunch of other luthiers who are on Twitch. So if you want to see more guitar stuff, check out the other guys who are in this Discord. Smooth Sailing, how are you doing? Yes, those are all my guitars behind me. Nice. Yeah, so I think Guitar Show Australia is on right now as well. But it'll notify you when other luthiers go live, and you can check out what we're doing and things like that. Smooth Sailing. Here's my last guitar that I made. It is a semi-hollow black walnut with an ebony inlay and a couple P90s, all black walnut body, and ebony fingerboard. Yeah, oh, thank you. I'm really happy with this one. Welcome to the Discord, Plush Viking. We got a really, really good community of builders. Even if you're not a builder yourself, check it out. Check out the people. Really enjoyable people. Very, very wonderful people. So I call this one Outlaw Country, but Karen calls it The Abduction. I got the buffalo skull inlay there, and then it is a one-piece Kaya mahogany body with flame maple neck. And this is a great sounding telly. This is a great sounding. Yes, support your fellow Canucks there, Plush. And I appreciate that Alfie brought their people in here. It's like we're all artists here. We all do our thing. We can all appreciate what each other does. Like even if woodworking, guitar building isn't your thing, you don't even play guitar, it's like anybody can appreciate like the craft. And like half the people who watch us, like they just kind of like just enjoy it, enjoy seeing it get made. And I think that's what a lot on Twitch, the artists, you just enjoy watching them make something and then just see the whole process, you know? But Catalogic is a menace. Yeah, Gadalogic is here for other reasons. We don't get into those, but we appreciate that he's here. Yeah, I prefer natural finishes, but every once in a while I'll do a gloss finish as well. There's a dog under my bench, by the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing with my hand. Not everyone will know. Not everyone will be like, why's Hank scratching that thing under the... He's just standing under my bench. Emmett. You're a tabletop gaming nerd, but miniature terrain for D&D, nice. We were just talking about that with Gadalogic the last time, actually. We were just talking about the resurgence, people kind of getting back into D&D and stuff like that. I used to be into D&D when I was a kid. Haven't really picked it up as an adult. I focus all my energy on being a level 37 luthier now. I play Guitar Simulator every day. Guitar Builder Simulator. That's my role playing. It depends on which guitar. They can range quite a bit depending on what they are, but they're... I'm mostly focusing on electrics right now. These ones are for sale. They're prototypes. So they're going for like about 2,000. The Burl one is going for much more. Much, much more. Hank collected chaos. Nice. Yeah, I was really into role playing like D&D in the early 90s. That was my jam with me and my friends. But soon I'm going to have a website with all like a price list. One of the thing Curly Q, I don't know if I got that right, is there's so many variations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on my website, you'll kind of see base models, and then you'll get to see prices and what different prices are and how what different things factor into that. Oh, Jaime's here. Oh, how much is that one? That one is $24.50 Canadian. That's $24.50 Canadian. So I don't know where you're at. In US dollars, that would probably be around 2,000 US. You're older than most folks around here. You're a veteran plush Viking. Hey, what's going on? Jaime's here, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Greetings from beyond.
Jaime just got back from Mexico. He was down.
Can you see my tan?
Yeah, he's looking good. He's ready to build guitars. Emmett is excited to see you. Is that your nice clothes?
My outfit for a gig. Too.
Oh, okay. Where are you guys playing?